Draw your sword, knock your arrows, and ready your spellbook. It's time for another episode of The Gamesmen. What role will you play?
Evening, guys, gals, and girlies, and welcome to episode 5 of The Gamesmen. Gamesmen are here to play roles, and I'm going to play the role of your host on this Game of the Year episode. I am Amber's89, and with me tonight, I have two special people. First one is Dan Natman, also known as Hardlydan. How are you doing?
Mama always said I was special. I'm doing good, thanks.
And also we got Josh, also known as Yoda the Third. How are you?
I am doing good. How are you guys?
We are wonderful. I'm wonderful. I don't know about Dan.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to bed.
Nah, you can't do that for a couple hours. And you haven't played your Guild Wars 2 today, so...
Yeah, you gotta complete your dailies before you go to bed.
I haven't done my dailies for over a week, so...
You're not allowed to go to bed for a while, I guess.
He hasn't even done his monthlies yet. It's almost the end of the month.
Yeah.
Kind of scary. Well, since we're talking about games, let's get into the games we've been playing. So, let's start with you, Josh. What have you been playing?
I have been playing some Battlefield 4 on PS4. I do play my PC copy every once in a while. It's kind of rare. Depends on
Is it broken everywhere?
I don't know why people are saying it's broken, because I haven't encountered an issue in probably a month and a half.
Okay, so you aren't getting kicked off?
No, I haven't been kicked out of a game probably in month at least. I get kicked out every once in a while, but it's not like the amount that people are making it out to be.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I think people just like to complain about it. I know my buddy just he got a refund for his from EA.
Oh, really? They did another refund thing. Like, they did that for SimCity too, didn't they, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, and they did it for Mass Effect 3. That's a big one that they did it for.
It was SimCity. Yeah. No, SimCity didn't give you a refund. They gave you a free game.
Yeah, free game.
That's what it was, yeah. I think it was Battlefield 3, actually.
No, you could make a choice. I picked something that I knew I was never going to buy, which was, I can't remember, Dead Space 3.
And I got Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yeah. I haven't played SimCity for ages. Should probably install that at some point, see if they fixed it.
Because that was a
probably not. Still probably a broken piece of garbage.
Yeah, probably. Bastards.
Can't remember what podcast it was. They were talking about SimCity and Battlefield 4 and all that stuff. Well, they were talking about EA in general over the year, just how bad they made stuff, or didn't make stuff, but how bad they're releasing games and everything went this year.
Yeah, well, with SimCity, the main problem was the map size and the really pain in the ass, gotta be online DRM crap. Yeah. Although they said it wasn't DRM, but essentially it's what it works as. Mm-hmm. And but the maps were far too small. It was really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Enough of that anyway.
I've also been playing some Tearaway on my Vita.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things. I actually do not know anything about that game. Of course, I don't have a Vita, so...
It's so darn cute. It's awesome.
What's it about?
You're a little paper guy, and you go through a paper world, and you interact with them, and you're the sun.
Aww. Oh, that's right. I did hear that. You're like the Teletubby son or something?
Except
with like a face on or whatever?
Yeah, because it uses the Vita camera.
Oh, really?
And it's great because you can make like penis snowflakes and stuff like that. It's awesome.
That's so cute. I don't think people normally say penises are cute, but...
Well, they might, but... And then I played some Lego Marvel on my PS4.
You enjoying that?
That game's awesome. I think everyone should pick up the new Lego game. The humor in it's great, and there's like every single hero and villain known to man from Marvel.
I heard some good things about the humor.
Yeah, the humor's really good.
What was the one? It was something about Hawkeye did something, and Black Widow got flowers or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, you shouldn't have."
Yeah, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it right now.
Yeah, I there's a lot of games I want to get. I just need to get some more money. Anyway, anything else?
There.
Yeah.
Nope, that's it as of right now.
Okay. How about you, Dan?
Well, I'm sure I've played more than what I've written down, but I can't for the life of me remember.
Brothers
all
of
I know.
Two Sons.
Oh yeah, I did play that. Yeah, I've really enjoyed that. In fact, we're going to do a show about that in the near future, aren't we?
Yeah, I need to get all that stuff set up.
Yeah, so I'll probably save what I'm going to say about that until that show. But yeah, fantastic game. Really enjoyed it. Quite short though.
Yeah, about 4 hours.
Yeah, well, I think I did it in 3, so I must have missed some bits, but I go back and get them. And yeah, this free Steam weekend with Saints Row 4. That game is batshit crazy.
I just remember, like, on TeamSpeak, you're like, oh my god, that's fucking weird. What the hell? Just like,
yeah, it started off really funny, and I laughed loads in the first hour or so, but now it's kind of not so funny at the moment, which is a bit of a shame.
It gets better.
Oh, well, I must be in the lull.
Yeah, there's a lull.
Yeah. But yeah, I've put a few hours into that, and yeah, completely nuts. Runs like a dream on my machine, full settings, so that's nice.
Have you played has your character gotten completely nude yet?
Yeah, that's quite near the beginning, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that was interesting.
There's like females that are in the nude later on, which is even better.
Cool.
I can't remember what you were saying whenever you're nude. Was that whenever you're running in the cars? Or you're just...
You're playing as the character, and your character is nude. Kind of like, you ever seen The Matrix?
Yeah.
There's a lot of hints to The Matrix in it.
Oh, yes.
And so much else as well. But yeah, it's good fun. Yeah, the bit that made me laugh was there's a door that says authorized terrorists only or something on it, and that just made me chuckle.
I picked it up because you were talking about it, so I know I was going to get it eventually. And
it's half price at the moment, so
yeah, until it'll be over by the time this goes up. But
yeah, by the time everyone's listening to this, then too late. But yeah, we did tell everyone about it and that it was cheap and free for the weekend. So hopefully someone listened and picked it up. But yeah, fantastic game. A lot of fun. But
I'm sure it'll be on sale soon enough again.
I've got the edge to play it now. I'm going to end up staying up all night again, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, crap.
Did you actually stay up all night like you said you were going to?
Pretty much. I ended up getting to sleep at around midday for a few hours and had a little nap. And then back round to Mum's to cook and back here to do the show. So, yeah, it's been a tiring day. I can't wait to get back in my bed, which is just calling to me right now. But, yeah, I think that's about all I've played. So why don't you tell us what you've been playing, Gary?
Well, I figured I'd start the show with the showstopper and Aliens Colonial Marines. What?
I can't believe you've been playing that pile of arse.
I picked it up for really, really cheap, so I think for the
There's
couple
certain
bucks
games you're not allowed to. That is one of them.
Well, I can play it and not feel too bad about it because I got it for cheap. I played... I don't even know if they have missions. I can't even remember. Played it about a week ago, just for a little bit, and did like the first mission. You kill aliens, and yeah, that's all I know right now. It's just kind of, I guess it's what I expected. But since I haven't seen every single Aliens movie, I've seen like the first one and the last one and the actual movies. I watched a little bit. I think maybe the first half of 2. Which I heard, I think, that they ruined 2, like the second movie somehow. I can't remember what it was. I think it was something with the load or something. But anyway, it's not horrible. It's okay. I wouldn't recommend picking it up unless it is very, very cheap. I'm sure everybody has heard, or free. I should have bought an extra copy to give away.
Yeah, I'm sure there'd be loads of people after that.
He didn't buy a 3-pack. Can you imagine that, Dan? He wasn't watching after us.
Damn him.
I'll make sure to get it for you guys next time it's on sale. And I'll give it to you on April 1st. Surprise! Here's a good game. I know you'll love it. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that too much since I haven't even. I am gonna play it all the way through just so I can say how bad I think it is, or maybe people are just giving it too much, being too harsh to it. I don't know.
From what I've seen, I don't think they are.
I think it's mostly the promise that it was, what they said it was going to be, and it wasn't, is the biggest problem that people had.
Well, wasn't there another Aliens game that came out this year that was just as crap?
I don't think it was this year. I think it was last year. Wasn't that a Aliens vs. Predator game or something?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think there's another Aliens game, though, this year, or last year. Anyway, other than that, I have been playing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. I beat that, and I am so surprised I liked that game as much as I did. I just kind of figured it was going to be another Assassin's Creed game. Maybe being, the boat stuff, I knew it was going to be good because that was fun in the other one. And it's a lot more fun than it was in 3, I thought. I think the world is gigantic. There's so much water to it, but there's so many different locations you can go to, and so many, there's like animus fragments and stuff you can get. And, what is it? There's those, there's chests, buried treasure, there's just so much stuff you can do, and upgrading your boat, taking on legendary ships, which I really want to do. I want to upgrade my boat all the way so I can actually take those on, because I went back again to try to take on a legendary ship to show my younger brother. I got completely destroyed again. I did a lot better than I did before, but I only got it down like a fifth of its health before it just completely killed me. And I did get everything that's outside the Animus, which is kind of cool because you have to hack computers and find sticky notes. And the amount of content that they give you, like they have these audio recordings in the game from like kind of old Abstergo and other stuff as well. And you kind of have to play 3 before if you do this stuff. Actually, you probably have to do it anyway. This is extra,
Actually, you don't. You just watch the ending on YouTube. It's a lot easier. Because 3 was a pile of shit.
It wasn't that bad. I enjoyed it. I like the stories in them and the time periods and everything. I want a damn ninja Assassin's Creed. It's gonna be awesome. But there's a couple things that will spoil the ending. So if that's what you want, you can just go look up the ending, like Josh said. They have audio recordings that are like 5 minutes long a piece, and they have tons of text stuff you can read. And
game's just beautiful.
Oh, it looks really good. Even though I played it on the Wii U, it still looks really good.
I'm playing on PS4.
Yeah, I'm sure it looks a lot better. I like playing on the PC, but yeah, PC is a little broken at the moment. The story, it had one of the best Assassin's Creed moments in it, and I want to talk about, but I can't. Actually, it was funny last night. I was trying to tell Common Troll about it, and Dan's like, la 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 la. I'm like trying to talk. He takes off his headset and he's like, "Stop talking about it. I can still hear you." Damn it! And then like I just said it really fast to get out of the way. Actually, I didn't get to say what I wanted to say. Anyway, I also beat Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. That is so awesome. The whole end of that game, the last boss battle and everything was really cool how they did it. I just really loved the whole graffiti Link mechanic in the game. And kind of what happens in the end of the game really got me. Just the world being a link to the past. remade and I can't say re-envisioned, but just how they kind of see. Well, here's the weird thing: is the story at the beginning doesn't go with A Link to the Past, which I thought it would. It actually goes with Ocarina of Time. So if you don't want Ocarina of Time spoiled for you, play that first. But I just loved it. Everything about it was amazing. I can't talk about it that much. Damn it. Everything I want to talk about, I'm going to spoil. But game was awesome. I really, really loved it. And then also, a couple hours before the show, I got my brother bring Super Mario 3D World downstairs, and we played through World 1 and a couple levels on World 2.
God, that game's fun.
Oh, that game's so much fun. I enjoyed that a lot. The cat stuff is so weird and cute and funny. And whenever the game starts up, it just goes, Super Mario 3D World! Meow! I like lost. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And my brother's he loves cats and all that stuff. So I can see where he really, really enjoys it. But it's kind of weird because they give you that cat ability so often and so much. It's just kind of, you don't have to try to not lose it because you'll get it right back in a little bit or whatever. I like using Peach finally again. Actually, I had to switch off Peach because he was Toad, and Toad runs so much faster, he would just leave me behind, and I couldn't do anything about it. So I was always like a bubble catching up to him whenever he'd like climb a wall or run across the screen or whatever. So I switched to Luigi. I still wish I could use Peach more, but if he used somebody other than Toad, because Toad's ability is running super fast all the time. But it's another Mario game. If you like 3D Land, it's kind of like that in the way, but it looks gorgeous on the Wii U and everything. So that is definitely a game anybody with a Wii U should have. But I think that's it for me, which is weird because I normally play a bunch of games, but I don't even know how many hours I put into Assassin's Creed 4 over the last week and a half or so, because I think I just started playing it last time we recorded, and I pretty much almost only played that. Oh, I did play a little bit of Guild Wars 2, but I only did dailies, so woo. And
yeah,
Dan hasn't played it at all.
I think I might have played it once in the past week or so.
I put it in my installation thing where I actually think about installing it.
It's just like, tomorrow.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that does it for what we've been playing and everything. We will go on a break. I think for this break we're gonna do. Me and Dan did some, I guess you could say, some calls yesterday with a few of the listeners, and we got their game of the years and what their most anticipated game of this upcoming year has been. So I think that's gonna get put in here, and we will come back and do our game of the year.
Okay, well, we've got Tyler here, one of our listeners, who jumped in to tell us what he thinks of his game of the year and what he's looking forward to. So, Tyler, what in your mind has been the best game of 2013?
Oh man, the best game of 2013. You know, I know it's kind of a stereotypical answer, but I have to say Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
You put a lot of hours in the online stuff.
I actually didn't do much of the online. I didn't actually care for much of the online, but the single player, the story, the characters, especially Trevor, is really kind of what made the game for me. I mean, just kind of like feeling like a criminal, and then just enjoying every single one of the heists that I possibly could. I don't know. I would say that game there is. I mean, you can really tell that there's like 5 years worth of work put into that game. I just really enjoyed this, like the story arc of each of the characters, and I don't know. It's just kind of cool to come home and feel like it's okay to be a criminal. Like there's nothing better than like getting a minigun and just mowing down a bunch of cops after robbing a bank. I don't know what that says about me as a person, but I'm okay with that.
It's a cool way to relax. I haven't really played much of it. A friend of mine, before I went to Eurogamer, I played it on his 360, and he was saying about how he had no problems with it, and whilst I was there, every problem I'd ever read about was there. You know, we were trying to cross a road, and we couldn't, and then eventually the fence popped up. And we tried to get a helicopter from his store, and it wasn't there, and then we had to move away, and then suddenly it appeared. Yeah, so, but I'm looking forward to the proper version on PC. But,
if the PC version, or when and if the PC version comes out, I'll probably end up picking that up with the whatever kind of spin-offs, side story DLC they'll do, but I just kind of had to just end up picking it up on PS3 because there was nothing to play at the time, and I actually ended up really enjoying it.
I think, it's obvious why the PC version isn't out yet, because A, they never released the PC version congruent with the console versions, and I think that's probably because the PC version always ends up being a bit better.
Well, and then I think it's just hard for them to finish. Like, I think that they only had the resources to do, like, you know, 2 platforms at once. And 360, PS3, and they have to just get that out, and then they'll do the version.
This is Rockstar. You can't say they don't have the resources to do that. They are huge, but you can also understand them deciding to delay it because the new generation of consoles that's now out. And if they released the PC version with the Xbox 360 and the PS3 version, and the PC version looked that much better, all the Xbox and PS3 guys would be shitting themselves, going, why does it look so much better? This looks like next-gen stuff. And then the next-gen ones should come out looking just the same, and they'd be going, well, hang on a minute, this doesn't look any better than the PC version. And they're trying to explain
PC
that,
always looks better.
PC's actually more powerful than any of your shit, so it's always going to look better, you know, even if we have to rely on people doing it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're not going to get into the politics of that. So, Game of the Year for you, GTA 5. Fantastic game. I'm really looking forward to playing it. But what are you really looking forward to next year? That's
next year. I mean,
this
really,
year.
This year. Sorry, this year.
This year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Shit,
I don't know anything about next year.
I would have to say The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Definitely going to pick that up on PC. I feel like those guys are really the last true like RPG maker that can really wow me.
It seems like they make it for the PC and then port it rather than the other way round. That's the way I've felt with the way they've made their game.
Yeah, and then they give free content updates like they did with Witcher 2 and Witcher 1. They bring up the enhanced editions. But
they had that fantastic deal with Good Old Games where if you bought it on any format and showed them proof of purchase, you could get it for free on the PC. And
oh yeah, and I did that. I bought it on Steam, and then I actually, then I showed them that I bought it on Steam. And they gave me the GOG version for free, which was cool. But yeah, I mean, their tech, their engine for their games are absolutely gorgeous, especially The Witcher 2. So, especially The Witcher 3 is supposed to be like insurmountably bigger. I think they've been comparing it to like Skyrim and stuff, or bigger than Skyrim. That's what they've been saying. So, I'll have to take them at their word for it. And, if they can use that engine that they used in 2, if not, soup it up a little better, plus, what they're saying, like 100 hours or more of gameplay. I mean, I love those games, especially Geralt as a character.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, well, before we cut you off, because we're running out of time,
sure.
How can we get a hold of you, and what are you playing at the moment?
You can follow me on Twitter. Is at Crawl, or well, actually see, I didn't get the actual Crawl handle, so it's CKRAWL. So my Twitter handle. You can add me on Steam. Steam ID is Crawl827. That's regular spelling of Crawl. CRAWL 827. Other than that, that's pretty much it, really.
Cool, man. And your favorite, what are you playing at the moment? If anyone wants to come and join you to try something out, because we're trying to get this whole community thing going where people can play games with people, because that's what it's all about.
Right. So yeah, you can add me on Steam, like I just said, and then the other thing I've been playing lately is I've actually been playing Assassin's Creed 4 on PlayStation 4. My PlayStation ID or PSN ID is CKRAWL. Just like my Twitter handle. So if you want, you can add me on there. don't play many multiplayer games on there, but that's not to say I won't buy more in the future. So.
Yeah, I just beat that game.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, and yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Sorry it's been so short, but we've got a lot to cram in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, hope to play something with you soon. I'm really enjoying the Saints Row 4 free weekend at the moment on Steam. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do have that going on.
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of that. But anyway, I hope to catch up with you soon, man. If not over here, then probably on Iron Hammers whenever we do the next show. I'll catch you later.
All right, thanks for having me.
That's a pleasure, man.
See ya.
Okay, now we've got Danny Superstarless Thorpe on the line, and she's here to tell us about her game of the year. What have you enjoyed the most playing?
My favourite game of the year is actually BioShock Infinite.
Oh, good game. Much maligned by a lot of the snooty press bastards.
I know, yeah. It got a lot of it's not the same. It's too
violent.
Did you play Burial at Sea?
Violence.
No, I haven't played the DLC. I haven't had the chance or the money recently to do it, so...
I just played it last week.
And it's on my Steam account, and I can add you to my friends and family, but I've just realised that would just be taking the piss because you can't play it on your PC. I'm terribly sorry.
Probably can. It probably just wouldn't run very well at all.
No, I don't.
I play a bit like every hour or so.
Yeah.
You get a frame every hour.
Yeah,
pretty much. What was it about BioShock Infinite? As if I need to ask, but what was it?
I love the story, but also just the way it looked.
Yeah.
It's just so different to everything else that was released at that time until The Walking Dead came out.
Of course, we must tell everyone you were playing it on the 360, right?
Yes, I was playing it on the 360, yeah.
See it on the PC.
I just love flying through the sky. And
Did you watch my video?
I don't think I did, no.
Oh, even my friends don't watch my YouTube videos. Brilliant.
Ryan did, apparently.
Alright. It's one person that I know of that's alright. We have this channel at the Gamesmen. If you go to YouTube /the Gamesmen RPG, you can see some of our TGM tag-alongs, and I did like the first 20 minutes of BioShock Infinite through
I did like
my
first
PC.
15 Tomb Raider, whoa.
Yeah. And then I also did the first 15 of, was it Far Cry 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And all pretty good. No external capture device. I had to lower the graphics so that I could run both at the same time because my machine's not great. But yeah, it's all good. You should watch it. Watch it!
I will watch it.
But okay, so yeah, fantastic game, fantastic narrative. Is there anything else you want to say about BioShock?
I thought, compared to the other BioShock games, the characters are a lot more developed.
Yeah,
I think they've got a backstory.
Yeah, you get to learn a hell of a lot more about the character you're playing than in the previous.
I do miss running around as a big daddy, though. I do miss stomping people.
Yeah, that was so...
Yeah. But yeah, I think, for the year, it was the best first-person shooter narrative game of the year, definitely.
Yeah.
Nothing came close to it. It really did do the whole... it was pretty linear. In fact, it was incredibly linear, but that's how you tell a good story, because, stories by their necessity that they have to be linear. Otherwise, you end up getting bits of story left, right, and centre. You get confused.
Yeah.
But, okay, so that's your game of the year. What are you looking forward to for this year?
Dragon Age Inquisition and DayZ. Hopefully it releases this year.
Yeah.
I think DayZ will release this year.
And so,
they're...
if you had to pick between the two?
More Dragon Age Inquisition, because I know I can play it.
Well, yeah, there is. I haven't actually read anything about Inquisition. I've tried the Android and iOS game and found it lacking to say the least.
Yeah,
I still haven't played Dragon Age.
Yeah, it was not to put too fine a point on it. The mobile version of the game I found pretty shite, really, and quite dull. It seems I haven't got very far into it, admittedly, but it seems like you press fight after building your team and then see what happens.
Yeah, it is pretty much that. I just
Yeah.
play it when I've got nothing else to do or I'm bored, and
Yeah. A lot of people have been playing it recently, so Gary and I said we'd give it a go. Gary obviously hasn't given it a go, but I have, and I wish I hadn't. Carmageddon on iOS and Android is far more fun.
I haven't tried that. If you played that on the PC back in the day,
Yeah,
it's got an Iron Maiden soundtrack.
It's the PC port of the original game onto iOS and Android. It's great fun.
Awesome.
That's way better than some pseudo RPG, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, short but sweet, I know. Thank you very much for giving up your precious time to talk to us.
That's okay.
Hope to have
You
you
need
on
to play
again.
Burial Tea. It's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a load of stuff that's really awesome, but unfortunately a lot of it's on PC. And I
Well,
really
on Bioshock
sort that
Infinite, it's
on
really
computer.
awesome.
Is Ryan about?
Yeah.
Yeah, does he want to talk about his game of the year?
Do you want to talk about yours? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, and on the same call, we have Ryan Kryptonian's. I've forgotten your surname terribly. Sorry, sir.
Truman.
Truman, of course. It's the Truman Show. No, it's the Gamesmen RPG. We've just
Damn
heard
straight.
from your good missus there, your better half, as many would say, about
Yes.
her game of the year. How about you tell us about your game of the year?
Well, my game of the year, I was kind of debated, but I was kind of stuck between two games. It was GTA 5 and Tomb Raider. With GTA, it wasn't the online. That had nothing to do with it, because if I went by the online, then it would easily be Tomb Raider. But the storyline in GTA 5 and the characters themselves, I found them so fun to play with, and the storyline I found was brilliant.
Don't spoil it for me because I haven't played it yet.
I won't, but yeah, that won my game of the year in the end, GTA 5.
I'm
Funny
still waiting.
because
for the
one of the last person, well, not last person, the person before had GTA as their favorite game of the year as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would have been Tomb Raider, but I just loved the characters in GTA so much. I had to choose that.
So
But just for
why
story-
not Tomb Raider?
Nothing wrong with Tomb Raider. It was good, but I am
The
more.
hair physics were fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The graphics and the story were brilliant. I loved every minute of the game. I completed it during the Extra Life last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I loved the game, but it was just. It's like, to me, it seemed like GTA was more my sort of game, so
Yeah.
that kind of appealed to me a bit more. But no, Tomb Raider, perfectly good game. I would recommend it to anybody.
Any other games that you want to give an honourable mention to, other than Tomb Raider, obviously?
Played the first episode of The Walking Dead, Series 2.
Oh, fantastic! You've also
Yeah.
played
The Wolf Among Us.
The Wolf Among Us. Yeah, I played that the other day. I loved that.
Brilliant.
Wait for episode 2. It's coming out in February, I think.
February
first week in February.
1st or something.
Yeah.
First week.
Yeah, I absolutely love those games. I mean, Telltale games are just outdoing themselves constantly, by the seams of it.
Such an improvement compared with their Back to the Future games, which were much more traditional point-and-click adventures, and dare I say it, a little bit dull. But never mind. What are you looking forward to in the coming year?
Gotta say, we're looking forward to the rest of The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're definitely my most anticipated games. I can't wait to play the rest of it. I mean, I played the whole of Series 1, pretty much one straight after the other. Loved it.
Not
Completely
Star
regretted it.
Citizen or...
Well, Star Citizen, yeah, but I would say I'm more so looking forward to Walking Dead,
Yeah.
just because I've already had a taste of it now, and obviously
They really did step back up to the bat with episode 1. I was worrying that they wouldn't be able to kind of drag you in again. But that first episode really just does grab you by the nuts and pull you right in, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think they played it well as well, since they made you Clementine, so you're a little girl, so you know for a fact that from the get-go you're going to be more
Functional.
Yeah.
The thing was, there's loads of people complaining that you play as her. And we should probably put a spoiler alert at the beginning of this episode for the people who haven't played season 1 yet, or episode 1 of season 2.
I wouldn't do any spoiler stuff. If there's spoiler stuff, I'll just cut it out.
Spoiler notice saying spoiler. Season 2, episode 1 of The Walking Dead, you play as Clementine. If they read all of that, then it's their own fault.
I think the biggest thing people were saying was the spoilers whenever you said she was a little older, which is not a spoiler at all.
Really? It's in the future. Surely she's going to be older. A spoiler would be it's in the future and she's younger and met aliens. That didn't happen because
they're the ones that created the zombies.
Aliens do exist, but they haven't got here yet, as far as I know. But you never know with the people in power at the moment who's in charge. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us for this little kind of telling us about your game of the year and what you're looking forward to, malarkey. And we hope to keep you as a listener and hear from you again soon.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep listening, and thanks for having me.
We didn't say goodbye to your Mrs. Danielle.
No,
Say
but she's
goodbye
right
together.
here. So how about you both give us a joint goodbye down the mic?
Bye.
Okay, well, next up on the line we've got Chris, Entropic Curity, Lorando, and as before with the other calls, tell us what your game of the year is, sir.
Well, hello there, everybody. My game of the year currently is going to be Pokemon X/Y, which just came out actually not that long ago, before the end of the year, and even with the controversy behind the Pokebank, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and there's a lot of replay value to it, and I'm enjoying it a lot right now.
Cool. So, anything in particular that stands out, or why should we go?
Well, I can tell you right now, if you,
It looks awesome.
for someone who's got a busy schedule like myself, having the ability to sit down and play like an MMO or something where you need at least like an hour to 4 hours to really get much of anything done, it's just not realistic for me. Whereas Pokemon, toss it into my DS and I can be doing laundry, I can do whatever and have it there. And the thing that's made it different from the other franchises up till now is the fact that they're kind of opening up access to more experience faster and a number of other things, not just so you can breeze through the game, but so you can enjoy the storyline and then get into the nitty-gritty of the game where you can go competitive, you can go into the breeding, and you can go into, they have like a Wonder Trade now where you can toss in any random Pokemon and get a chance of getting some other Pokemon someone tosses out. So you could be that person who's trying to throw the good Pokemon out there just to help the community, or the person trying to play the lottery of either getting like a really rare Pokemon or getting a really trashy one like a Magikarp, which is probably the most useless Pokemon in the game.
Sounds
there's
a bit
that.
like the Mystic Forge in Wars 2.
Oh, it's exactly like that, yeah. And it's, you've got that element to it. The competitive aspect of it nowadays, there's a new Mega Evolution, which kind of changes things up a bit. You can have one Pokemon that uses a single item, which can be taken away if you have the right Pokemon for it and kind of ruin that whole strategy. But there's now, with over 600 different types of Pokemon, the amount of strategy you have now is a little bit more even playing field, and you can choose a Pokemon you like to play with and be able to build a team around that, or even 3, and still be somewhat competitive. And there's people out there who are finding that to be the case and finding renewed interest in the game, and they're paying homages to a lot of the older versions of the game. There's just a lot of renewed breath to the game, and there's still a lot more room they can potentially grow. The 3D Pokemon, although really cool, some of them are like, what were you thinking? and not only that, but you can have everything 3D and go up against a trainer, and they're like this 2D sprite when everything else is, it kind of detracts from the immersion of it. But all in all, it's just anything that you could possibly imagine that you enjoyed doing in previous generations. They've listened to the community and kind of renewed life to a lot of it.
And the world is completely different than any other Pokemon. How they, the whole 3D aspect of it and everything, not just looking down, in a 2D plane.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your game of the year. What are you looking forward to this year?
A number of things, because I'm actually invested into Feria right now. I do have a number of videos that I've done. You can do Dice's Muse Feria walkthrough or something, and you'll probably see it come up as one of the first searches. But it's a strategy board game that uses cards, like a trading card game. And it's very down to earth, very wonderful atmosphere. My wife and I play it a lot right now, but it's not fully into full-fledged yet, and I'm really looking forward to that. I'm very invested into that game for a number of reasons, but the community is really good. The devs are listening to the community, so I'm looking forward to that. And then additionally, the other one I'm looking forward to, like really big right now, is Starbound, which I've been talking to you a little bit about here, because Terraria was something that, it was really interesting. I've bought in the game. Sadly, I haven't played it that much, but
it was easy to kind of get to the end game.
Exactly, and I even have it on my Kindle Fire, of all things. But I would like to have a game that I could just sit down and just get lost in on my Linux machine, which right now I have FTL, which I play almost religiously right now.
Fantastic.
Still trying to unlock all the ships, but being a roguelike game, it's kind of a hit or miss. But Starbound takes Terraria and takes it to a completely new level where you're going from planet to planet instead of just being stuck in one place.
And you can use your ship as your kind of base and then start making bases on that. I haven't actually played it yet. I just know loads about it, and I'm like,
and people are telling you there's quests now. There's people who will actually follow you around. You can build a crew, and just the magnitude of it looks really interesting. And I'm very excited about it. So we'll have to see how it goes. I'll probably, if within the next month and I get some extra money, I may just shell out the $15 to get it. But it looks very exciting right now.
Definitely. Thank you very much, sir. Chris,
always a pleasure.
Where can we get hold of you if anyone wants to game with you as and when you're on?
You can always catch me on Twitter and Tropicurity there. You can look up Dice's Muse on YouTube. It's like my gaming specific. I actually pay money to get stuff up there. Avenue, you can send me messages there. Twitter is usually the best way to get access to me. If you are, there and you happen to want to know my friend code, send me a message. You can catch me on Google Plus and Tropicurity there. You could also find me as Christopher Lorando. All that's, of course, public. Just feel free to message me in any way you feel comfortable with. But yeah. Or in Tropicurity on Skype. Just make sure if you send me an invite, say, hey, I heard you on Game, and I will be like, oh, okay, cool, the Gamesmen, and I'll be more than happy to add back.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Bye.
Well, looky here, we've got another caller, and it is Josh Common Troll. Can't remember your surname. Terribly sorry, sir.
Don't worry about that. It's fine. I don't necessarily want all your viewers finding me on the internet.
Fair enough. Basically, what we've been doing is asking people about their game of the year and what they're looking forward to. So let's get straight in and tell us what your game of the year has or hasn't been, or what you felt about the year, I suppose.
Well, I don't think there's any particular game that has really stood out. I mean, to be fair, I haven't played The Last of Us. I have it sitting on a shelf behind me, but I only recently got a PS3, so...
all the emotions.
Such emotions.
Apparently it hits you in the feels. I hate that expression.
Yeah.
I've never heard that expression. Apparently, it's British.
No, possibly. It's internet-ish, I think.
Yeah, I think it comes from the internet.
Yeah.
But things that come to mind are stuff like BioShock Infinite. But I don't think BioShock Infinite was necessarily good enough to warrant being Game of the Year.
It was a good story-driven FPS.
Well, I disagree with being good FPS, because as far as I'm concerned, it was really generic, and a lot of the combat felt completely shoehorned in and was pretty boring.
But I said story-driven before the FPS.
The story part, I don't disagree with.
Most FPSs don't have story. As
but also most FPSs are quite good at shooting.
You're saying Call of Duty doesn't have a good story?
Yes, that's exactly what we're saying.
It had a good story once, but they've milked that story so much that
I think the shooting the shooter elements of BioShock Infinite really let it down.
Yeah, they weren't great. There was no kind of real. Didn't really notice if he shot someone in the leg or the head.
Yeah, and the fact that there was seemingly endless place. It just the whole way the levels were designed and
you turn around and they'd all respawn.
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't there a second ago.
Like the level design, the way the game flowed, all just felt like you were in sort of. I think someone described it as being like Disneyland, where you know everything's fake, all the castles and stuff, and all the characters aren't necessarily real.
And you're on a ride, and you've got to keep going in the direction the ride's going. Yeah.
It just sort of felt like that, because other than the first sort of opening scene where you first get out of the sort of temple-y place and out into that sort of main little courtyard area, just over the bridge.
Yeah.
That actually is the only part of the game that I feel looks like part of a habitable city, because the rest just feels like scenery.
I don't know about you, but I spent ages when you've got that floating blimp with the singers, and I just stood there and listened until they buggered off.
Yeah. That was something else that was quite good about the game, actually. All the sort of covers and stuff that were quite old-timey.
Yeah, the kind of quartets or old-time versions of modern-ish songs. I mean, nothing was really modern.
No.
But yeah, it was all like 80s, 90s, well, 60s to 90s stuff, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, the art direction and the complete, like, the whole aesthetic was beautiful, but it just didn't feel atmospherically right. And, shooting let it down.
Good try. If it was a school report, I suppose it would be something like
B plus.
B plus. Good try. Can do better.
Yeah. But
I don't think the shooter stuff has always really been the big thing with BioShock.
I don't think it's
necessarily
normally
story stuff.
I don't think it's necessarily been a big thing, but in BioShock 1 it was good. Like I did enjoy BioShock 1's shooting, and things like Big Daddies. In BioShock 1, a Big Daddy felt like a challenge, and when you killed it, it felt successful.
Oh, the first time I saw a Big Daddy, it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, and in BioShock Infinite, those handymen, you see one, first of all, chained up, so you don't really see it as much of a threat. And then when they do finally start sending them at you, they're not hard. Or
the first time you're like, oh, hang on, what's happening? Oh, shoot it there. Oh.
But they're not necessarily hard or challenging, they're just really annoying.
Yeah.
Because they just do attacks that are a pain in the arse.
Yeah, shoot a bit, jump out of the way, shoot a bit, jump out of the way.
You can say the same thing with the Big Daddy, too. They do.
But the Big Daddy had, if I recall correctly, Big Daddy had a couple of attacks and they were all sort of made sense and they would all damage you quite a lot, whereas BioShock Infinite, the handymen just kind of jumped at you and then hit the ground and you'd sort of got knocked away a bit.
Yeah, and then
they'd do it again.
Your lovely AI partner would chuck you something which could give you a bit more health. But
that helped me with barrel, let's see.
And how many times did you look at something and you're like, oh, there's nothing here, and then she's like, hey, lockpick. You're like, that was not there. I have just looked there and there wasn't a fucking lockpick there. God damn it.
Where the fuck did you get that rifle from?
Have you just pulled that out your ass?
Exactly.
What else are you keeping up there?
Well, she can't make tears, so.
Well, yeah, I suppose. But yeah, it was, unfortunately for the year, a fairly outstanding game, though, wasn't it?
Which is sort of a problem, really.
So, yeah, we still haven't got your game of the year. I don't think there is one, is there?
As far as shooting's concerned, though, Metro Last Light I enjoyed very much, and that was a very good-looking game. But
I haven't played that yet because I haven't finished 2033.
I didn't finish 2033, but I got most of the way through.
And I really enjoyed Last Light.
But as far as story is concerned, it's maybe not as strong as Bioshock Infinite. I mean, it's very, very linear, which I guess the setting kind of have to be quite linear.
The thing is, I don't mind linear games.
No, I don't
as they've
either,
got a strong story, because 9 times out of 10, the way to tell a strong story is in a linear game.
It's interesting. It seems like everybody that we're getting in these calls, it seems like they listen to the other ones because they're mentioning the same things we talked about in other calls. Like you said about you like the stories and they have to be linear to really tell a good story. And he just mentioned the same kind of thing.
Yeah. But I think
let's hope that some developer listens to this show and they can actually realise that actually we don't mind if it's not a freaking sandbox. We just want a damn good story. So, what are you looking forward to in the forthcoming year?
I cannot wait for Star Citizen. I think that's going to be amazing.
That's why you put him in here, because you wanted it.
No, I didn't. I was talking to Josh before we did the call, and in the last call, before we got you on, I was bitching about how no one was saying Star Citizen.
I swear to God, they're just listening to us somehow. For
the biggest sort of Kickstarter that's ever happened.
Nearly $37 million. Yeah. That is huge. It's got to be good, or everyone's going to be fucking pissed off.
Not even that. For the biggest Kickstarter, fuck all people have heard of it. Like, no one I know has ever actually heard of Star Citizen.
Well, that's not quite right, because you know me, kind of.
Well, people I meet in sort of everyday circumstances.
People I meet in Tesco's haven't got a fucking clue.
Although they might just be sort of confused as to why some guy coming up to us and say, have you heard of Star Citizen? Do you know what Star Citizen is? I'm excited.
You know what? I'm tempted to go in with my phone, which for some unearthly reason can shoot in 4K, which is over twice the resolution of 1080p, because 2K is slightly better. Actually, it's over 4 times the resolution of 1080p, because 1080p isn't quite 2K. Yes, I know 4 sounds like double 2, but it's on area, so it ends up quadrupling. And I'm very tempted to go into my local game and go and interview everyone, go, you're looking for Star Citizen? And filming everyone. That could be a bit of a laugh.
And when they go, no, what's that? That sounds very interesting. You can show them videos. Be great.
Well, I could do, but it would fuck up the filming.
And also, can I give an honourable mention to PlanetSide 2's excellent optimization patches, which essentially made it a new game for lots of people because they can actually play it now.
Wait, PlanetSide 2 or 3?
2.
Is it actually a game?
Well, no, but this is why it's an honourable. It's why it's an honourable mention. It's not an actual game of the year, but it's a good update that has actually now allowed a lot of people who couldn't play it in the past because the computers aren't necessarily good enough to now play it. And weird like that.
Just pick something that came out this year that wasn't a mod.
Doesn't Alpha count?
You gonna say DayZ? Or Starbound?
No. Honestly, I think DayZ is a bit shit at the moment. They really need to fix it.
Alright, an alpha doesn't count. It's got to be out. You've got to be able to buy it in like Steam without early access, or like Game Station or Game, or whatever fucking site you want to use on the internet. It's got to be an actual physical released game.
Just say DuckTales Remastered.
Yeah, that'll do.
In that case, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, because I only just remembered that it came out.
It's awesome.
It's a really good game. Like,
is it still broken as fuck on the PC?
Yeah, but it's I like it because it's still Assassin's Creed.
Did you play it on the PC?
Yeah.
Right, so your game of the year is a broken as fuck game on the format you played it on.
The optimization was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But other than that, if you put all the settings down low, it still ran pretty fine. So, and just, it was a genuinely good Assassin's Creed game. Like, it's obviously still Assassin's Creed, so you still have sort of a slightly silly combat system and stuff, but it's not quite as prevalent because you're a pirate now.
Anyway, Josh, thank you very much for your input for this Game of the Year show. And if anyone wants to get hold of you, play games with you or whatever, how can they... or do you just not want them to, and you just going to say, piss off?
Probably Google Common Troll and find me more or less anywhere, so...
Go find a top hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you might actually find someone else wearing a top hat that does...
I'm not a top hat anymore, I'm sort of a blue thing. Okay, so look for a blue thing.
Oh, that's right, it's a blue swirly looking thing, yeah.
Or if you play League of Legends, look for Lux's scary face.
Like on Skype, it's scary.
A little bit.
I don't think that's scary, that's just a very small nose. Anyway, thank you very much, sir, and look forward to hearing from you again.
Indeed. Farewell, guys.
Okay, we are back, and thank you everyone for giving us your games of the year and most anticipated games of the year. Now we're actually going to do, before the game of the year, we're going to go over our top 10 games, except for Dan. He's giving us his top 5 because he couldn't think of enough games to put up for 10.
I've been busy playing Guild Wars 2.
And you can't put that up on your game of the year or games of the year just because no expansion. But next year, I'm sure they'll probably have something up next year. Anyhow, who wants to go first?
Dan.
Yeah, okay, I'll just get mine out of the way. I guess the first one I haven't actually played, but I've watched a load of videos and I must pick it up at some point. I just keep forgetting. And that's Don't Starve. I just really like the look of that game, the way it seems to play, and I could lose hours in that.
I keep thinking about it. I'm like, I want to, like, every time it's on Steam, so I was like, I should, you know what, I'm probably not going to get to it. I have so many other games. I'm going to pick that, and never mind. I'll get it next time. It's always on sale, you know, so I know whenever I do want it, or I am going to play it, I will be able to get it, so.
Yeah, I just need to remember to do it at some point.
I have a copy. I got mine on PS4, actually.
Okay.
You played it yet?
No. It is sitting on my dashboard still.
But actually download it.
It is download, yep.
So he could pop it in, or not pop it in. Start it up anytime.
But yeah, I can't really talk much about that because I haven't played it. But next up is one I picked up fairly recently. And having a lot of fun with it, and that's Remember Me. It's got a load of bugs in there, admittedly, and you know some of it's a bit clunky. But the storyline, I'm having such a great time with, and it's great to see a strong female character in a game that isn't just about, you know, that isn't just another Tomb Raider or whatever. What?
Nothing.
Well, it is, you know, and yeah,
she does a very strong female character.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I said that.
You know, you don't often get that. It's normally some hulking bro with massive guns and yeah, just running through stuff and yeah, misogynistic and a pain in the ass.
Guns as arms or big?
Well, both
guns.
really.
I mean, you got Gears of War where that girl had some big guns too.
Well, that's true. But
that's scary.
I don't tend to play them. But yeah, so yeah, really enjoying that. I need to carry on with it. It was horrible with the keyboard and mouse, but that's why I can't play it. My damn wireless adapter broke the other day, so I'm gonna have to pick up one of those before I can play it again, which is a bit of a pain. But never mind.
Shattered into a million pieces.
No, it's just stopped working. Every time you plug it in, it doesn't actually install properly. You just get that noise for a faulty USB device in Windows. So woo. But yeah, go check it out next time it's on sale, or if you've got the cash. Great game.
It, just haven't played it yet. I need to.
Yeah, and of course, can't forget Path of Exile. That's at number 3. Fantastic free-to-play game. Really enjoying it. The skill tree is crazy. I know we've spoken about it before on the show, but that skill tree is just crazy. You know, the amount of different ways you can create your character.
You scared me because you stopped whenever you said it's cray. And I was like, oh no, he said cray. Ah.
Yeah. If you're into your dungeon crawlers, you've probably already got it. Fantastic. Better than Diablo.
And it's free. Can't say enough. It is free.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah, I still need to beat it. I am on Act... Wait, is it Act 3? Yeah, because there's only 3 acts or whatever. But I'm almost at the end. I just need to finish it.
Yeah, I need to put more time into it. Actually, I need to download it again.
Oh, yeah, because...
My new install. So, woo. Yeah, that's the other thing I've been doing. Instead of playing games, I've been putting more bits in my computer to speed it up a bit. So, there's an excuse
What's Dan's game of the year? The game of putting a PC together.
Oh, I really enjoy doing that, man.
And that is his number 1.
Yeah, no, my number 2, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Again, we're going to do a massive show on that soon, so listen to that for why I like it so much. And my top game of the year is BioShock Infinite, which I think is a masterclass in creating a narrative-led FPS. A load of people were going on about how violent it was. It was supposed to be violent. He was, kicked out of the Pinkertons because he was too violent. So, yeah, it's a fantastic game. Loved it so much. I've got to play the DLC. I've got to do that at some point. But yeah, looks stunning. Love the juxtaposition of that fantastic looking world and then all the blood and guts and violence. Absolutely brilliant. And I don't normally like
violence.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I love that in that such a beautiful setting, the way it kind of played against each other. And the music in it's fantastic. You're wandering along and then suddenly you're like, hang on a minute, I know that song.
Oh, God, I could pick games of the year just by soundtracks that I've heard. I've heard so many good ones this year.
But yeah, that's it for me. That's my top 5 of stuff that I've pretty much played, apart from one of them. Which does seem a bit weird putting that in there. But yeah, that's it. So who's up next?
I think we'll go with Josh.
My number 5 is Metro Last Light.
Oh, you're not doing 10 now?
Actually, I have some runner-ups. So.
Okay, is that how you're going to do it? Okay.
That's how we're going to do it. So we're going to do our top 5, and then we can put our runner-ups. Cause
honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions, yeah.
That
so
works.
Metro Last Light, it was pretty awesome. I actually got the game for review, played it nonstop for a week, and it was great to bring back, the FPS, the way that I like it. Has survival horror. It has spots where you need to limit your ammo, so you're not just sitting there spraying bullets everywhere. The enemies are varied. It was just a really, really great game.
I love that game so much. I think I played it last month, and oh man.
And I also played the entire season pass of it as well, so.
I still need to go back and do that, the tower and all that.
It was really fun. I was really happy with the entire experience that I had in that game.
Yeah, so was I. Oh man.
My number 4 is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. The game is just balls out gorgeous. It's just a great game. It's so huge, too. The ships and everything really make the game awesome.
Have you seen the legendary ships?
Yes, they're ridiculous. I got blown apart by one by accident.
Do you know what area? Because there's like the top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right.
I am not exactly sure on that, but I know I got blown to pieces. Because I accidentally sailed into an area I was not supposed to be in, and boof, there went my ship really fast.
Yeah, it's like, you get a little event thing, and it's like, look at that, Captain! It's huge!
And look at that, Captain, we're screwed.
Pretty much. And it was funny, because I was like, I'm just going to go up and see what it's like. 2 seconds in, you're gone.
Boom.
As soon as you get in range of it. Because, like, why I said that, there is the top left, which I think is, I think it's just all cannons. Like, it shoots out like 1 billion shots at you.
Yeah, you're dead as soon as you see it.
Yeah, the top right is 2 Man-O-Wars. I would say buffed up Man-O-Wars, because I can take on Man-O-Wars pretty easily now. But there's 2 of them, and God, that was horrible. Bottom left, that was the one I tried to do today. I swear to God, that thing shot off 100 mortars. And it knows exactly where you're going to go, and it doesn't give you, like other ships, it shows you where the mortars are going to land so you can kind of dodge them. This one doesn't do that. So, as soon as it shoots off, I would stop the boat, turn it, and try to go the other way. It didn't work too well. I missed a lot of shots, but still, it was horrible. And I don't know what the bottom right one is, but damn, those things are so
once you upgrade
insane.
your ship, though, it's night and day difference for blowing ships to pieces.
Oh yeah, I can the first Man of War I tried to take out destroyed me. I upgraded a little bit. It was kind of hard, but now I've got a good amount of upgrades on the ship, and I'm taking out Man of Wars like left and right. I just wish the ship got bigger as you upgraded it. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, because it really doesn't get bigger, and that's really frustrating actually when you're playing.
Yeah, because
you put all these upgrades in, and I kind of wish the ship would get bigger and bigger.
Yeah, but it only kind of shows like a different kind of skin to it. But whenever you put all those cannons on, like where do those cannons go? You're just cutting more holes in the ship.
I really thought the story was really different, because it takes a very long time for it to open up.
Yeah, the end of the game was kind of insane.
Don't tell me about it. I have not beat it. No.
Okay. How far have you gone? What sequence?
I lost sequencing because I stopped following the story.
That's what I did for like a couple days. Is I just went and did. I was finishing areas, discovering new areas. I took on 6 of the fortresses in like a couple hours because I was pretty upgraded, and I tried to take on my first medium fortress. Got killed so many times because I got screwed by a storm that was right there, and finally took it out. And I was like, you know what, that was kind of fun. I'm gonna try to go for the easier ones. And once you do the easy ones, you're like, oh my god, because you just take them right out. They're no problem at all with how upgraded I was. But it's kind of cool because it like shows you that part of the map, and that kind of got me going. Oh, I want to look at that. Or I want to do the rest because I want to have like the rest of the map showing up, because it kind of shows you points on the map and where the animus fragments or whatever are.
Yeah, my number 3 is actually a tie between 2 types of games. Actually, they both are they're both open world games. One is Saints Row 4, and the other one's GTA 5.
I had a feeling you're gonna say that.
I mean, they both have their strengths and weaknesses. I mean, Saints Row, I can do whatever the heck I want in that game, and it's awesome.
You can fly.
You can fly. You can take spaceships. They have every known social joke in that actual game, which I love. It was just great, except they don't take the story seriously at all. GTA 5 has a great story, but it's not as much fun sometimes because it just kind of drags out, and sometimes you have to play as characters that you really don't want to play as.
Yeah, I think stuff I heard is like you're kind of you do a bank heist waiting for the next bank heist, because they have to like lay low for a while, and then you can finally go back to them and stuff like that. And then that's the part where you kind of have to play as the other characters because you can't play as the other two for a while.
So I mean, that was I love both games. That's why this is at my number 3 spot. My second spot goes to Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U. I actually played this game late in the year. I got it for Christmas and had a ton of fun with it. I sat down and beat like 5 worlds in a row.
If the whole thing that happened to me today didn't happen, I probably would have beat probably 3 of the worlds with my brother. And that is a lot of fun playing with other people too. It's not as frustrating as Super Mario, New Super Mario Brothers games, where like you jump on each other and you're killing each other all the time because it's in 2D plane or whatever. And I really it's sad because I really enjoy the I guess it'd be the overworld or whatever you want to call it, the stage map or whatever, where you go to the other different stages. Like, you know,
and there's bonus things, there's coins. It's just tons of fun.
Yeah, I love that game. I didn't put it on my list because I just played it today, so.
And then my game of the year, holy crap, is Battlefield 4. So many people hate this game. They think there's so many glitches. I absolutely love it. It's great. You know, the campaign, it's campaign. But you know what? There's emotion. There's all kinds of other stuff with it, which really leaves it to be, you know, there's a great single-player experience. The cutscenes and the characters, you know, you can kind of get in with them. But the multiplayer, holy crap, is awesome.
See, that's the thing with these, like, that's the thing with these games, like Battlefield and Call of Duty. They're not made for their single-player experience. They are multiplayer games.
Well, for quite some time, the Battlefield games didn't have a single player.
Yeah, up till
Yep, and they were just multiplayer.
Yeah, that's all they focused on, and
yeah,
they were
but
fantastic.
now like you have to have a single player just kind of tossed in there. It doesn't matter how good it is.
Yeah.
And one of the things is, I love this game so much. I bought it first on PC when it first came out, and then I bought it on PS4 plus with the premium access on PS4. Which means I've spent, so I've spent about $170 on Battlefield 4.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's an intense game. I do have a couple runner-ups. Crysis 3 earlier in the year was one amazing game. Single player, just awesome. And the multiplayer was actually really good. And then I got my new video card in the fall, and I actually went through and beat the campaign. And just an amazing experience. I think the Crysis games have really evolved over the years.
This is the one they brought a bow into or whatever, right?
Yep, they brought a bow into it.
Do you kill people with a bow?
Oh, yeah. They have exploding
tips.
They have exploding tips that when you shoot someone, they'll blow up. So best to like shoot at a tank or a helicopter, and they'll blow up in midair.
I was going to say, like, literally, like, body parts just go flying everywhere.
Yep.
Awesome.
And plus, you finally get to face aliens on a huge scope, which is one of the things I love.
Yeah, I never played any Crysis game. I always wanted to. I just never picked any up.
Pokemon Y was on there. I picked that up launch day. Me and my girlfriend went into Toys R Us. She bought Pokemon X. I bought Pokemon Y. We didn't talk to her family the entire weekend because we were both playing so much.
Awesome.
And I also bought the limited edition red 3DS XL for that.
See, the thing that made me mad about that is I was going to get the 3DS XL for Pokemon until they said that it didn't come with the game.
Yeah.
Like, damn it. But I don't care. I got my Legend of Zelda 3DS XL, and I am very content with it.
Oh, that game is awesome. That actually is also in my runner-up. The Legend of Zelda Link Between Two Worlds. I actually picked that up on launch weekend as well, and I've been having a ton of fun with it.
I wish it was horrible. Like, there were so many different games I wanted to pick up at the end of the year. I just couldn't pick up. But I got a few of them, or we got like 3D World for my brother, so I got to play that finally. And they got me Link Between Worlds for Christmas, so I got a couple of them. And my brother just got me Pokemon Y, so I can't wait to get into that. It's funny because I found out, which is kind of weird because it's been about, actually I think it's been since Pokemon Red and Blue that me and my brothers, all of us have Pokemon games again.
And this is actually my very first Pokemon I've ever played.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I need to play one at some point.
They're just awesome games.
Oh, they're so good. This is kind of crazy because this one doesn't have like all 600 or whatever Pokemon.
And I could care less, actually.
But you gotta catch them all.
Dude, there's Pikachu. I'm happy. There's Pikachu. There's Charizard. It's awesome.
And Super Evolved Charizard.
Yep.
Have you done that yet? The Mega Loot?
My girlfriend has X, and that's when he turns into like the blue one.
Oh, really?
Yep, he has the blue evolve, and it's just freaking cool.
I didn't even know they changed differently for the different game. Huh.
Yeah, And like if you have Pokemon Y, you get the exclusive Mewtwo or whatever the hell his name is. You get the exclusive Mega Evolve for him.
I have no idea what that Pokemon is.
Mewtwo, he's some purple thing. Looks like a really ugly mouse. And then one of my last runner-ups is Rise of the Triad re-release.
Oh, of course, I forgot I've played that.
That game is awesome.
It's great, isn't it?
It brings back Twitch shooters like never before. The campaign is... It took me a long time to actually get used to it because it is fast.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it makes Unreal Tournament look kind of slow.
Just going through... I started played the first couple levels of it. Another game I need to go back to. They have some kind of funny... or the beginning of the game goes off in like a comic book style kind of thing. And it's just kind of funny. It's very, very gory.
Oh yes, like there's like if you shoot someone with the rocket launcher at close range, his eyeballs will blow up in your face.
Yeah, go into your face, yeah. But I wish we didn't lose the audio for the interview we had with Dave Oshry.
Dave Oshry is actually one of my good buddies. I played the alpha before they had it out even.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I had a lot of love behind this game from the very start.
Yeah, we did an interview with him whenever we first started the podcast after Steve left, and it just got lost.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I sent him a message on Twitter saying, how long do you need for an interview about? And he said 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, can you do it in 30 minutes? He was like, yeah, sure. We spent it was nearly an hour or so chatting about all kinds of stuff, and obviously the game.
He's he's really cool. I actually met him at QuakeCon.
Oh.
This last year, this was the year before or something, and I got all my my Astro speaker tags signed by him because he gave me an exclusive set of those.
Sweet.
So I got mine signed by all the developers. So that was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And when I was reviewing the game, it was right when like IGN, GameSpot, all those people were reviewing, so I got to play with a lot of those kind of people.
Cool.
Awesome.
Man, IGN is the bitchiest bunch of people when they play games, not gonna lie.
But that game's really good. I actually have 2 copies still to give away on the show. Speaking of that, the guy that won the contest last time still hasn't gotten around to me. I emailed him and he hasn't gotten back. So I'm gonna send him one. Well, it was pick your game out of whatever I kind of put out there, which was like 14 games or whatever, and he chose Dark Souls.
Nice.
But he hasn't gotten back to me, so I'm gonna try one more time, and maybe I'll just give the game, or not that game, but one of the other people who were in the contest, I'll redo it and give it to one of them. Because they picked their own games as well, so.
Yep.
I want somebody to win my games.
I'll go into your Steam account and take some.
Maybe I'll give you one.
Oh, and what's your games, Gary?
What are my? Well, I'll do it like Josh did, and I'll do my top 5, which kind of sucks because all the ones that probably would have been in my top 5 if I did pick them the right way got pushed out in the last week or 2, or the last month or whatever. But my first one, actually, like Josh, is Metro Last Light. I played Metro 23 right before Last Light. Noticed a complete, I would say that it was twice as good as 33. I thought they really stepped up their game with that one, and I loved every bit of it. And I said on the other podcast that it was hard to do stealth in 2033, but in Last Light, I really felt like I could go and just sneak up on everyone and take them out quietly. The story was amazing. I just loved every bit of it.
And it's like you kind of figured out really quick, like, oh, this isn't bad. Humans are really easy to kill. Then you see the monsters. Holy crap! It just throws you for a loop.
Yeah, the demon stuff, or I don't even know. I guess demon kind of stuff that's in that or just evil presences or whatever, are very very crazy. I played through that on normal. I actually played 2033 on normal until the very end. Whenever I had limited ammo, I didn't have an automatic gun, and I couldn't beat this one part with these what were they called, the anomalies or whatever. They're just like little egg gel ball things, and they sucked, and they kept killing the other guy, so I couldn't do it until I turned down to easy. But this one I played through all the way on normal, and it was awesome. The end of the game too was like, oh my god. But yeah, I definitely one of my games of the year. Number 4, Brothers Tale of Two Sons. Talked about that game a lot on, I think it was the last show. Gorgeous game, gorgeous story, scenery, everything. I love sitting on, like, every single bench I saw, I went and sat and looked at the next area, or the upcoming area that you were doing, and it was beautiful. I just loved it. Number 3, this one just took it in the last couple days. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Oh my god, we talked enough about it, but every second I was in that game, I just enjoyed. I did complain about the combat and everything, which is still, it's pretty easy to kill a lot of, especially at the end. It seemed like I was just like taking people down left and right. And my number 2 is Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Actually, the fight between 1 and 2 was so hard for me, because I think my number 1 is gonna be one that nobody's gonna think of or would expect. But
I might know what it is.
You probably do, because I probably mentioned it to you. But Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, I talked about it tons and tons. Love that game so much. Steve's probably yelling at his phone or MP3 player or whatever right now because I didn't put it as number 1.
Monster Hunter on Wii U.
That may fight for Steve's 1 and 2, because I think that's I don't know. I can't even remember what's.
No, probably would. He like drools over that game.
But he already said that his game of the year was Link Between Worlds. So I talked to him a few times, and we had some intense discussions about the game. I think we're both like little schoolgirls talking about it. Oh my god, and this, oh my god. But anyway, and number 1 for me is Ni no Kuni. That game, everything about it, the soundtrack, the story, the characters, everything is cute, beautiful. Oh my god. I spent so many hours in that game. I didn't 100% it. There's a few things left in it, but I spent I think 100 hours, if not a little bit more, doing everything. But I just love everything. I think Drippy, Lord High Lord of the Fairies, is fucking awesome. And I would recommend this game to anybody. It's just so much fun. Because it's got that Pokemon Dragon Quest thing where you get these. Oh god, I forgot what they're called. I'll just call them beasts because I can't remember. They have a weird name for them. You have to capture them, and how you capture them is you like play a song with this one girl. You have to give them to a low enough health. They have to get something to pop up above their head, and then this girl plays this song to capture them. And then once you capture them, you can use them, like in Pokemon, and they can evolve pretty much into higher. Pretty much an evolution like Pokemon. They look a little bit different. They look more badass and everything. You level them up and everything like that. You can feed them like in Pokemon now, and it's just so much fun. And since you were talking about playing Pokemon, Josh, you should. Have you played it, Ni no Kuni?
Ni no Kuni?
Yeah.
I actually have not. I almost bought it on the PlayStation Store for like $9 one week, but I passed up on it.
You're a horrible person. I actually picked up the game because I couldn't get the collector's edition, and then I picked up the PAL version of the collector's edition for like
Nice.
$100. Because the thing I wanted the most was the Wizards. I think it's just called the Wizards Manual or whatever, and it is literally the book that's in the game. It's awesome. I really enjoyed it, and it came with Drippy plush, so I was happy. And it, like the American or North American one or whatever came with a coin and something else, I think. So I was like, I don't really want that stuff. I want that damn book. So I had to pick that up, and is PS3 region locked?
Nope.
No? Okay, then I have to find it again because I have it packed away with all my other stuff. But I think what I'll do is I'll give that game away with this show as well. Oh, speaking of that, I'm going to be giving away a lot of games today, people. And I guess I'll just read them off. Just read them off now. Devil May Cry, or DMC Devil May Cry, Metro Last Light, Bioshock Infinite, Tomb Raider, Brother, Attila 2 Sons are all games that I'm going to be giving away, and a physical copy for PS3 of Ni no Kuni once I find it. So I guess I'll just say it now, and then whenever I find out that I lost it somewhere, I'll be crying. But we'll mention the games later. But those are the games that I will be giving away. I want to give them all away. So anyway, but that's my number one. And for my honorable mentions, number 10 was Devil May Cry. That game was really awesome. I guess it was really awesome because the only one I ever played was 4, and apparently that was shit. But the game is like super crazy. The beginning of the game, funny as hell. It's hilarious. Bioshock Infinite is number 9 for me. I kind of am wondering why I put it so low. Am I?
Because it sucks. What? I didn't say that.
I really liked everything about it. But I played so many different games that I thought were better this year. Number 8 for me was Last of Us. That game was really good. But it had like the best scene in a game that I've ever. It was very. No, it didn't make me cry. But it was just so awesome. Actually, you did.
Didn't get a raging boner or anything?
No. It was. I guess you could call it an emotional scene, but I don't have emotions normally.
You didn't cry then?
No. It would be, I guess, emotion for other. You did beat it, Josh?
What?
Last of Us?
No, I actually got really depressed playing the game and sold my copy.
I felt
that game was so depressing. I'd like
How'd
play
you
it.
make it?
Huh?
How far did you make it?
At least 6 hours, and it was so depressing.
Oh, you're
It's like one of those games that
then.
makes you want to go kill yourself. Oh, this person's dying. Oh, that sucks. Now this person's dead.
Sounds fun.
I was waiting for some excitement.
But my number 7 is Tomb Raider. That is the best female protagonist I've seen in a game.
Now that's what we're talking about, female protagonists.
What did Dan say? I can't remember.
Oh, Dan said it was the chick from Remember Me.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I
game
know
got
who he said, but
threes
what did he
and
say it
fours.
was?
He said she was a great representation.
Female lead or something like that.
Yeah.
No, with Tomb Raider, Laura was awesome. She grew up so fast in that game.
Yeah, I know. Like, one scene, she's shaking a gun, and then the next scene, she's Rambo.
She's like, "Come at me, bro!" Yeah, she was. I didn't care because you kind of have to grow up fast whenever you're in a situation where it's life and death. But man, that one scene when she spoiler, if you don't want to know what weapon she gets halfway through the game or whatever, But when she gets that damn grenade launcher, and she's like, I'm gonna kill you all! And she's like freaking out. Oh my god. It was awesome. Because I was right there with her. I was like, hey, I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna take you out! Oh my god, that game was so cool. Like, all the different... I actually watched, like, all the death scenes and everything. And some of them... you're just like, oh my god! The other ones you're kind of laughing at, but it was such a good game. And then we'll do my number 6. I kind of had to put it high because I did a lot into this game. Anybody want to guess what this one is?
My Little Pony Island Adventure.
Damn it! How'd you know?
Or World of Warcraft.
We mentioned it. No, I actually played World of Warcraft or last year for like 5 minutes and then couldn't play it anymore. I could not stand it. But no, we mentioned a little bit ago with Steve, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Monster Hunter.
Yep.
On 3DS or Wii U?
I actually have it on both. Because I don't have a Circle Pad Pro, I didn't play it as much because it's just so hard to kind of control and fight monsters. But it was mostly for doing gathering while I was at work. And then whenever I got home, I transferred it back to Wii U and kill monsters. So, I had a little bit of a problem. I put 100 hours in like 2 weeks. It was kind of insane. Okay, it was probably less than that. But I did play a lot, and I play online with Nintendo Oki guys and everything whenever they want to play, and whenever Steve has time, whenever he's not spending most of it, or whenever Jacob's sleeping is the best way to say it. So,
and now he has a headset, so he doesn't have to worry about his wife getting pissed.
Yeah, I heard that. Actually, he talked to us the other night while he was still dying from whatever man-eating disease he had, or man-eating, skin-eating disease he had.
Lots of people like to call that the flu.
That's it for our games of the year. Now we're actually going to get on to what other people think is the game of the year. And we're going to start off with the Sony exclusives, and I will let you, Josh, take that one.
All right. The choices are The Last of Us, Ni no Kuni, Beyond Two Souls, Dragon's Crown, God of War Ascension, Gran Turismo 6, Tales of Xillia, Knack, Killzone Shadowfall, Resogun, and in third place is Killzone Shadowfall, tied with Resogun. In second place, Ni no Kuni.
I hate everyone.
In first place, well-deserving, actually not really, Last of Us.
Oh, God.
Just over half the votes for that, so you obviously... Yeah.
Obviously, no one disagrees with me. That's all right.
Dan, what is the next category?
The next category even is Microsoft exclusive games. We were going to do categories for Xbox 360, but that only had one or two. So
in the whole year, yep.
Well, we'd lump them all in. And the nominations are Guild Wars 2. No. Gears of War Judgment.
For Xbox. Oh my god, I did not know.
Yeah.
Why don't you have an Xbox One now?
Gears of War Judgment, Dark, Painkillers, Hell and Damnation, Dead Rising 3, Killer Instinct, Forza Motorsport 5, and Rise Son of Rome. And in at third, wow, actually...
God damn it!
That's interesting. I guess technically fourth place, Rise Son of Rome with 15%. Never mind about that. And then we have a joint second with Gears of War Judgment and Dead Rising 3 both getting 23.08% of the votes. And the winner by a little bit is Forza Motorsport 5 with 38.46%. So, woo.
Yay. Ooh. Dan likes racing games, so I guess that's good for him.
Yeah, I don't like racing games where they keep most of the cars away and force you to buy them at a later date.
Oh, yeah.
You did.
So, yeah. And I don't have an Xbox One, so yeah.
Oh, I guess it's good we went in this order because, yeah. Next one is Wii U exclusive. And we could actually do exclusives for this, for categories for Nintendo and Wii U and 3DS because there's so many that came out compared to these other stupid systems. All these new PS4s and stuff. Who needs those? And now Josh is like, fuck you, bro. Fuck you.
I have a Wii U. I have a 3DS. Shut your mouth.
Well, that is good. That makes me happy. Anyway, so for the Wii U exclusives, we have Lego City Undercover, New Super Luigi U, Pikmin 3, The Wonderful 101, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, Super Mario 3D Land, and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. And in third place is The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD with 14.29% of the votes. Second place is Pikmin 3 with 21.43%. And tied in first place, actually, yeah, whatever. Tied in first place is Super Mario 3D World and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Why are there ties everywhere?
No idea, man.
There are ties all over these votes, or these polls. I'm like, oh, come on. Alright, Josh, take the next one.
Alright, we are on 3DS exclusive. That's right, Nintendo knows their shit, so people can stop complaining.
Damn straight.
There is Fire Emblem Awakening, Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirrors of Fate. But that came out the year before, whatever. Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon.
I think you're talking about Lords of Shadow. Mirror Fate came out this year.
Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, Animal Crossing New Leaf, Mario and Luigi Dream Team, Pokemon X and Y, Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds.
I swear to God, you just got like a Scottish accent for a second there.
We'll have some crumpets and tea after this. In third place, with 13.33%, is Castlevania Lords of Shadow Mirror of Fate, tied with Animal Crossing New Leaf, which I gave my girlfriend for Christmas, and it's cracked. She hasn't put it down.
I played it for like an hour, and I just can't find myself getting enough time to do that every day.
Second place with 26.67% is Pokemon X and Y, both awesome games. And in first place, The Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds with 46.67% of the vote.
Oh, yeah. Awesome game.
Okay, well, next up we've got the PS Vita exclusive. Let's have a look at these results. And that's brilliant because there's only a few of them that have been voted for. But the nominations are Soul Sacrifice, Killzone Mercenary, Valhalla Knights 3, Tearaways, and Ys Memories of Cell Setter. Well, I don't know.
I'll let you say that.
Yeah, cheers, man. In at third, it's Ys Memories of Cell Setter. Second place, Killzone Mercenary with 22.22%. In fact, double the percentage of the third place with 11.11. Oh, well, 1-1 even. And the clear winner with 66.67% of the votes was Tearaway. Yeah!
The only great game that came out on the Vita this year. Or last year.
Killzone Mercenary is pretty good.
I need a Vita. There's just no games that make me say I have to have that.
If you had a PS3, a PS4, and a Vita and PlayStation Plus, you'd want one.
Yeah, that's kind of the reason for the what's it called, the crossplay or whatever, cross-buy, crossplay stuff.
Yeah.
Thank God I got PC exclusive, even though I'm gonna get my shit handed to me here. PC exclusives: Arma 3, Company of Heroes 2, Dota 2, Path of Exile, Total War Rome 2, Warframe, and StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm.
Heart of the Best?
Shut the hell up. This is the only time I screwed up. I was probably playing Guild Wars at the same time. I got the Mist and... Go to hell. Go to the Swarm, damn it. Okay, so I completely screwed up the Heart of the Swarm. But people knew because they voted for it. And in third place is Arma 3. In second is StarCraft 2, Heart of the Mist Swarm. And in first place, with 43.75% of the vote, is Path of Exile.
All right. We are on to best multi-platform game.
And there's like a million games. Yep.
Do I get to list all those?
Just do the ones that got voted for because I had to put like 100 in there.
The ones that got voted for, your options were DMC, Devil May Cry, Tomb Raider, BioShock Infinite. Who voted for that?
My wife, probably.
Disney Infinity. Grand Theft Auto 5.
I think my wife just yelled in the hallway.
Battlefield 4. Hey, Remember Me's on here. It has 0% of votes.
Yeah, I didn't vote for it.
Oh, all right. In fifth place, 5.26%, tied Disney Infinity and Grand Theft Auto 5. In fourth place, Devil May Cry with 10.53%. In third place, Battlefield 4 with 21%. In number 2, with 26.32%, our female protagonist, Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. And taking number 1 spot is BioShock Infinite with 31.58%.
Woohoo. Right, well, now, best indie game. And this is kind of interesting. Up for nominations with Don't Starve, Antichamber, Gone Home, Guacamelee, SteamWorld Dig, Surgeon Simulator 2013, The Stanley Parable, and Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. And in joint third, all with 12.5% of the votes, we have Gone Home, Guacamelee, Surgeon Simulator, and The Stanley Parable. Again, in second, we have Don't Starve with 18.75%, and the winner with over a third of the votes, well, nearly a third of the votes, is Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. Fantastic.
Yeah. Game.
Woot.
And now time for the game of the year. And your choices were The Last of Us, Super Mario 3D World, The Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds, Tomb Raider, Grand Theft Auto 5, and BioShock Infinite. In joint fifth place, we got Tomb Raider and Super Mario 3D World. In fourth place is Grand Theft Auto 5. And third is The Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. And first and second, because they're tied, is The Last of Us and BioShock Infinite. So I can't make a first place for Game of the Year. You know what? Tails is Last of Us, BioShock Infinite's heads. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it for dramatic sound. It's Tails, Last of Us wins.
So the whole voting procedure for that was pointless.
What are you talking about? We got first and second, and I wanted the damn winner. It's still going to be joined first on the site, but
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I just had to do it for myself. It was too important. I like them both, but one of them had to win it for me. So if you hate that I said that, email me or tweet me or something and tell me that you hate.
Send him hate mail.
Yeah, send me hate mail. I'd be happy to get any mail on this show. Alright, that is our Game of the Year. Oh man, I missed the last couple years where we broke open champagne and everything for it. We're gonna take a little break, and we'll be back for the cleanup of the show with our request of the week and all of that stuff. So we will see you in a little bit.
I go to bed early and I party all night. Our friends are saying we ain't gonna last, 'cause I move slowly and baby I'm fast. I like it quiet and I love to shout, but when we get together it just all works out. 2 steps forward, I take 2 steps back. We come together 'cause opposites attract, and you know it ain't fiction, just a natural fact. We come together 'cause opposites attract. Who'd have thought we could be lovers, She makes the bed,
And he steals the covers,
she likes it neat.
and he makes a mess. I take it easy,
Baby, I get obsessed. She's got the money,
and he's always broke. Yeah, I don't like cigarette ash.
and I like to smoke. Things in common, there just ain't a one. But when we get together, we have nothing but fun.
I take 2 steps forward,
I take 2 steps back. We come together, cause opposites attract, and you know
it ain't fiction.
just a natural fact. We come together, cause opposites attract.
Oh, you know it, baby.
You know it,
Baby.
baby. Nothing in common, but this trust. I'm like a minus, she's like a plus.
Yeah.
One going up, one coming down, but we seem to land on common ground. When
That's
things
fresh,
go
man.
wrong, we make corrections to keep things moving in the right direction. Try to fight it, but I'm telling you, Jack, it's useless. Opposites attract.
Baby, ain't it something? It lasted this long.
oil changed.
You and me proving everyone wrong.
Don't think we'll ever get our differences patched.
Don't really matter, cause we're perfectly matched.
I take 2 steps forward,
I take 2 steps back. We come together, cause opposites attract.
All right, so we're back with our quest of the week, and nobody answered the quest of the week. Woo. So what we're gonna do, this will be a little incentive out there too. I mentioned games a little earlier, and the games again that I am giving away are Devil May Cry, or DMC Devil May Cry, Metro Last Light, Bioshock Infinite, Tomb Raider, and Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. So if you want any of those games, we're gonna do. You can either tweet, email, and we'll put something up on Facebook for people that only use that. Just tell us what your most anticipated game of 2014 is, and you'll have a chance to win. I think I'm gonna pick 3 this time, and what I'll do is I'll give the person that wins or gets the first, I guess you could say, win. They will get the first choice, and then from there will be the second and third choice. So that's how we're going to do that. You know, and the first person that tweets gets Rise of the Triad, if they want it. And if not, I'll just keep going until somebody wants Rise of the Triad. Somebody's going to win it. So I'm going to give away an extra game on top. So you may win 2 games if you do this. But that does it for our quest of the week, and now we're going to go up to the cleanup with our hashtag TGM checks. And I'm going to let you 2 guys take it because we only got 2 this week. You can take Kryptonian's Dan.
Okay, well, first up, we've got a tweet from Kryptonians. He says, at the Gamesmen RPG, hashtag TGM check, COD Ghosts, FIFA 14, Mortal Kombat, GTA 5, Pokemon Y, Stakes of Decay, Walking Dead Season 2, probably just Episode 1, because it's the only one that's out at the moment, and 3D Ultra Mini Golf.
He plays more games than I do.
It does indeed.
Maybe he just buys more.
Speaking of that, I might as well just say it because I found it out. I beat 52 games last year. Need to rip that Band-Aid off and just get it out there. I am so messed up.
It happens.
It's like the veteran gamers were talking about how many games they completed in a year, and they're like, I probably completed 5. I completed like 17 or something. I was like, you know, I swear I completed a lot of games. Let me just, because I do that Victory Achieve thing for the Overseas Connection. And I was like, well, I have one for every game last year that I completed, so I'm just going to go through and look at them all. And I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like I was keeping a little tally going, and then I added up. I was like, holy shit. And I tweeted, I'm like, yeah, I had a 52. I think I have a problem. That's a game a week.
Yep.
And it happens. I don't always complete a lot of games because I play a lot of multiplayer.
That's probably my thing, is I don't play multiplayer.
There's one that you play with a lot of people.
Don't even mention that. Now I feel even worse. Actually, no, Guild Wars 2 was in that. because I did complete it, or finally get
I
the
suppose,
end game. But still, that's like an extra 500 hours I had this year on that game, probably. Actually, no, it had to be a lot more because
Consult
it
a
was only
doctor.
out. What?
Consult a doctor, probably.
Well, I just looked the other day and I have 1,250 hours in that game, so. Dan's worse.
Yeah, I've got more
Just
than that
gonna
on my
do the blame
main
game.
character.
Yeah, do the blame game. Dance worse.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right, Josh, take the next one. Or the last one.
At Superstarless. Hashtag the Gamesmen RPGs. Hashtag TGM check. LOL. Saints Row 4. Minecraft. Was given a code for Been There, Dan There, and Time Gentlemen Please by the developers, so played a tiny bit of them too.
That is a long name for a game.
No kidding.
Yeah, I haven't played that forever, actually. I got it from the devs ages ago, and I still haven't tried it.
Anyway, on to these shout-outs. Yoda, who you shouting out this week?
I am gonna shout out Steve, since he is sick. We want him to feel better. And I'm going to shout myself out, actually. Check me out. I'm actually going to start streaming for the Gamesmen pretty soon, so if you guys want to check out my weekly streams, might be my nightly streams. It's going to be a lot of Battlefield, just letting you know already. It'll probably be some other stuff, too. And
One of the shout-outs out of me. Well, I'll say it anyway.
Obviously, come check us out every week, or bi-weekly. I don't know what we do.
I want to get it more weekly, but well, since you are going to be more regularly based, right?
Yep.
You're pretty much
Yep.
on Sundays. Then we can
And
probably
then,
start doing weekly. So.
And one of my other shout-outs is, if you're into fantasy novels of any sorts, check out AP Stevens. He has 3 books out right now, each of which you can get on Amazon for like $10, or you can get the Kindle versions for like $1. You check out his website, apstevens.com, and a lot of times he's giving away his books for free. They're awesome books. If you like the Lord of the Rings styling, it's a lot like that. How he does combat, and they're just amazing. So check that out, guys.
Yeah,
I haven't actually heard. I didn't know he had a third book. I knew about the second book.
Yeah, I think I've got the first 2. I think he sent me a signed Kindle copy of the second one.
How do you get a signed Kindle copy?
That's what I was thinking.
I guess he just
Signed
I
and
don't
scanned.
yeah. I have no idea how he did it, but yeah, it's signed and dedicated.
I have hardcover signed by him. They're awesome.
Yeah, fantastic books.
Mm-hmm. I haven't read them yet.
That's my problem.
But they're in stores.
Books and
Yes, they are in stores, and he's awesome. And I've actually podcasted with him before. He used podcasts with some old people.
Fair enough.
All right. Anyway, Dan, what are your shout-outs?
Well, Yoda for coming on the show. Going to be our new regular third, which is fantastic. 3 is the magic number, and thank you so much again for those games. Really looking forward to actually getting around to playing something other than what I've been stuck in recently. Also, the guys who we spoke to the other night and have told us about their game of the year and what they're looking forward to. So that's Josh, Common Troll, Sparky, otherwise known as Super Starless, or Danny, and Ryan, Kryptonians, of course, and Entropic Curity. Yeah, thank you guys for helping us out. Yeah, I think that's about it. What about you, Gary?
Definitely Josh, because again, with the having a third person finally on constantly, and all the streaming and the more content that's going to be coming out of the website and everything, just Gamesmen in general, it's going to be nice, and especially if we can get weekly podcasts going on and all that stuff, because it's normally the reason they don't come out as often is because we can't get those people on to do all of it. So now that we're going to have a third and possibly a fourth, if I can get Excalibur on, I need to try to get into contact with him again And because he's going to be a Sunday person as well, so it'll be good. Even though I hate them, Ubisoft for making an awesome game that I've been playing for the last couple weeks. And since I haven't heard in a while, the world. Fish out the world. And now, what for the week to come? We're going to go with you first, Dan.
Well, as ever, I'm Hardlydan pretty much everywhere. Put that into Steam. Probably that's the only place to actually get me is Steam or Twitter at the moment. So, yeah, actually probably Twitter's best because I might be playing something that isn't in Steam, obviously. So, yeah, just Hardlydan everywhere. I've got Xbox Live, but I haven't turned my Xbox on for about a year. So don't expect me to see me on that. I don't have gold anymore. Can't be asked with it. So, yeah, Hardlydan. What about you, Josh?
I am Yoda Third, literally on virtually everything. It's spelled a little different on PSN. I'm Yoda Third spelled out instead of the 3 in it. And I am White Yoda on Uplay if you're on Uplay, which not that many people really are, so it's not like it really matters unless you want to play Trials, which I will stomp your face in. And yeah, I'm Yoda Third on Twitter, Facebook, whatever else you want to find me. You will find some of my writing if you type in Yoda Third. I've done PC gaming and 3DS reviews over the last course of the year, so you will find a lot of my reviews on the internet.
Hopefully we can all start doing reviews and more TGM tag-alongs and stuff. That'll be nice.
Yeah, reviewing's a blast. That's all. And Gary, what about yourself?
I'm just going to mention where I'll probably be, which is normally Steam, Amherst_89. Skype is probably going to be Amherst_89. Well, that is Amherst_89. Twitter's Amherst89. And the Wii U, or 3DS, is now Amherst1289, and I'm just going to go off on a rant. So, I went and linked my Wii U, I went to transfer my 3DS to my 3DS XL finally, and back in Christmas I couldn't do anything because the servers were down and all that crap. So, whenever I finally got everything up and running, I was going to do my system transfer, but on the 3DS XL, it tells you have to hook up. First, you have to update your systems to the newest version before you can transfer. Do that, and then it says before you can transfer, you have to go into the eShop. So I go to the eShop. Whenever you go into the eShop, it tells you have to hook you have to link your Nintendo Network ID onto your 3DS so you can go into the eShop. So I did that. Go in the eShop. It's all set up. I go to do system transfer. It says you have to get rid of your Nintendo Network ID to transfer the system. So I go to do that back around Christmas, and it says you have to delete all the content or all the downloads and everything off your system before you can actually, or whenever this happens, it deletes all that stuff. So I said, no, I don't want to do that because I started playing Legend of Zelda, and I was like, I don't want to restart. I already put a couple hours into it. I'll do it after I finish. So I finished Legend of Zelda, and today, just messing around, finally went and said yes, because if you say no to any of the steps and go to next, like say, no, I don't want to delete anything, no, I want to keep this, it sends you back and you can't transfer your system data. So you have to delete your Nintendo Network ID off. So I finally delete my Nintendo Network ID off, and then I go and I try to reset up. It says you cannot link this Nintendo Network ID because it is deleted. So I was like, or it has been deleted recently. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I have to wait a little bit. Well, I was on the Wii U earlier, and I couldn't post to the Miiverse, and then I went, because it says you have to be logged in your Miiverse. I was like, okay, that's weird. Why isn't it logged in? So I go to log in, and it says, your Nintendo Network ID has been deleted. And I go, what the hell? And I'm looking through all this stuff, going through everything, and on their support website, it says, whenever you delete, you cannot get it back at all. It is gone forever. So anything that you download onto your Nintendo Network ID is gone. I was so pissed. So I call the support up, and the guy's like, yeah, it's in there. We can't do anything for you. And so I kind of pitched a bitch at him, and he's like, do you want to talk to supervisor? I was like, yes. So talked to the supervisor, and I lost my Nintendo Network ID, but they still could give me my games back, which was only one that I did since well, the Wii U doesn't lose anything because that's attached to the system, but anything that you do on your 3DS gets lost forever. So before you transfer a system over, make sure to call Nintendo, because you're going to lose everything and probably, and your Nintendo Network ID. So I just had to go off on a rant because I didn't say it earlier because I was just coming down from my fumes whenever I was talking about it before. So I have a new Nintendo Network ID, and if you have me on Wii U, be sure to add my new one. I'm probably going to be adding people again to get everyone I had back. So I will be on the Wii U probably more, doing more Assassin's Creed, and I'm getting Wonderful 101, and so I'll be playing that. So, yep, that's where I'm going to be. Dan, take us out of here.
Yes.
Peacefully.
Okay, we'd love it if you emailed us, and don't forget, if you do email us or contact us through Twitter and Facebook, you can be entered to win one of those games Gary mentioned earlier. If you want to email us, the email address is thegamesmanrpg@gmail.com. You can send us ideas for RPGs or answer the question of the week, give us MP3s, just talk to us. If you actually want to speak to us, you can always give us a call and leave a voicemail on the RPG hotline, which is 412-267-RPG1. That's 412-267-RPG1. Don't forget, we're on Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter at the Gamesmen RPG. Haven't got any new followers. And you can like our Facebook page. Any likes. Obviously, just search for the Gamesmen RPG on Facebook. We're there. We've also got a YouTube channel, and we've started putting stuff up on it recently.
Crap, I still need to put episode 4 up. Damn it.
Yeah, episode 4 is a bit late, but don't mind. You can subscribe to it. Just go over to youtube.com/The Gamesmen RPG. And last but not least, we do love those iTunes reviews. I haven't actually checked to see if we've got any, but never mind. Okay, I think that's about it.
Alright, so on behalf of Yoda the Third and on behalf of Hardlydan, I am Amherst. We are the Gamesmen, and until next time, we ask,
what role will you play?
If not fully satisfied with this podcast, please return any portions for a full refund.
Magical unicorns for everyone.